A wife was making breakfast of fried eggs for her husband. He suddenly burst into the kitchen. Careful, he said. Careful. Put in some butter. Oh my gosh, you're cooking too many at once. Too many. Turn them. Turn them now. We need more butter. Oh my gosh, where are you going to get more butter? They're going to stick. Careful. Careful. I said careful. You never listen to me when you're cooking. Never. Turn them. Hurry up. Are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? Don't forget to salt them. You know you always forget to salt them. Use the salt. The salt. The salt. The wife stared at him. What in the world is wrong with you? You think I don't know how to fry a couple of eggs? The husband replied, I just wanted to show you what it feels like when I am driving.
We'll cling together, darlings. We'll cling together. As long as we stay strong and we are here for each other, we'll make it through. We will survive Corey's jokes. We can do it. It's not going to be easy, but we can do it. Good evening, darlings, and a very good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome to Tuesday Night Live. And it is a joy that is of a level verging on the orgasmic to be here with you again as we wave away Tuesday and we welcome in Wednesday. Hump Day is the middle of the working week as was. And of course, half day closing in my home village of Glyn East. And we're going to have a wonderful time together. So looking forward to spending the next hour with you. And of course, with our permanent and perennial pals, matching pair of his and hers highly powered hedgehogs of truth, complete with their firstborn. I'm delighted to announce that Two-Ton Ted the Tentington is going to get a double Mr. Tickle tonight. And he's very excited about that, I can tell you. And of course, we have got Sean's box, which is just getting heavier and heavier. And that will get as many poundings as you good people care to give it, via a voice note instruction, of course. And speaking of which, we do, of course, have our community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you could, some would argue should, and I hope will, leave a voice note at some point over the space of the next hour or so. Now, I've got something that I want to talk to you about. Other than that, the floor is yours. We can talk about anything you damned well please, but of course, we do need to know what you've been eating. You know the rules. So at this point, at this point, I'm just going to start saying it is on repeat for some reason. I've had a good day. I hope you have too. At this point, it is incumbent upon me to dive into your messages, well, to see who we've got with us tonight, catch up to the head of the messages, and then we can get into a proper chatty chat, can't we? But before we do any of that, then quite naturally, I'm going to have a goodly slurp of my lovely wine because it's goodly wine and I like wine. And today is a celebration day. We are celebrating Amrit's new car. And in Nepali culture, that means that the poor bastard, having forked out X amount of quid for the car, 1,800 quid for insurance, plus tax, he had to buy everybody a gift tonight. It's just the way their culture works. So I have got a bulging package. Oh yes, darlings. I think you'll find that's well known. I've got a bulging package containing chicken drumsticks, the traditional celebration, paid for by Omrit. And they've got a litre of whiskey between them, and, they're welcome to that. I'm not drinking it, neither's Omrit come to that. Everybody else will get wellied into it, though. So there we are. Right, cheers, darlings. You're very good health. Bottoms up if you're lucky, lads. Up yours if you're not careful, ladies. Don't be taken unawares. Keep your hand on your halfpennies. That's my advice. And to each and every one of you, with carefree, joyful love in my heart, and sincerity, and what's the word I've got on my t-shirt? Christ, I can't remember. Bloody hell, I'm getting old. What's the word I've got on my bloody? I wear it in my nightshirt in Netty. What does it say on it? Oh, somebody tell me, for Christ's sake. No, it doesn't say wanker Jimmy Quinn. It's integrity. Thank you. With sincerity and integrity, authority. I love that episode of South Park. I have authority. Yes, and people must respect that. Oh no, nothing's worse than Cartman with authority. It was one of my favourite episodes, that one. With sincerity and integrity oozing out of my back bottom, get stuffed. Here we go. Oh, that's lovely. Right, I will fly back to the. No, it's not Jim. Well, yeah, all right. You're right, Jimmy. Yeah, wanker would be better. I'll go as far back as I can in the comments. And joining us tonight, in no particular order of merit or arrival, we have Corrie, the Edit Queen, Diana, lovely hippie head mistress, the fabulous Mike P, Peter P, all the way from Finland, JB71, Tonic 110, Matron, the Greenwood, community matriarch and owner-operator of the Community Bosom, Emma Lemon, and of the eponymous YouTube channel Emma Lemon, Stew69 Fouquet, same names. Barry Scrotter, good evening to you. Kate Camper, the lovely Ange, hello, my lovely. Body bum. Bum, buddy, bum, buddy, bum, 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 bum. Emma, the other Emma. Good evening, Emma. Yeah. Oh, and hello to you too. She says, hello, Boaty. That's rather nice, isn't it? Caregon One is with us. A very good evening. That's an early wine burp. Nigel, the fabulous Nigel, 00 Garage, of course. Scrolling through. Nick Perry, good evening. Emotional support duck, quack. And that's not encrypted. Jimmy Quinn, good evening, Boaty, and all a very good evening to you. Diesel Forever 99, the fabulous Sean, of course. Good evening. Emotional support duck, quack. I remember half day closing. Blimey, old age, says Diane. I know. Yes, I remember when TV used to finish at midnight as well. Right then. Old Food News, Barry Scrotter has just had peri chicken with baked spud and beans. Josh, good evening. Stratospherian, hello to you. Sean had curry sauce and seaside chippy chips. Or, I think. Good to see Boaty chilling out after work. Oh, absolutely. Nigel made pie and mash for his tea. He is northern. He means dinner. He doesn't know any better, bless him. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's where it's just where he was brunged up. Mark Passad is with us. Oh, that's a treat. Good evening, Mark. Hope you're well. It's a stir fry for Mike P and his good lady. JB2 joins us. Tickle me gizzards. It's Boaty o'clock. Ah. Richard Paulie Galtieri, good evening. For dinner tonight, chicken in honey and mustard sauce with a bottle of bloody hell, Domaine La Roche Chablis Premier Cru. Left over from last Christmas. Oh my God! And now I'm seriously jealous. Matron is saying that the secret Squirrel mods were spanned up a couple of days ago. They were indeed. I don't know, Sean. Right, excellent. I've caught up with the comments, so now we can just chat properly. That's the pressure taken off. Looks like the camera's doing its thing again of focusing more on the flowers and leaving me a bit blurry. Sorry about that. I don't know how to get around it. Right, let's get on to the subject that I do want to talk about tonight. It's not important that I talk about it straight away. It's just I don't want to get carried away and forget that I want to quickly mention it. Something happened at work today, darlings. Well, I mean, lots of things happened at work today. They normally do. But some of my favourite customers came in. And I'm glad I've inspired you to drink more wine. Caught up already, says Nigel. It's almost like he's getting used to this. Oh, good. It looks clear for you guys. Excellent. Right. So my favourite customers came in today. A chap, his lady chap, wife type person, and their son who was up visiting. Now, they live locally in Ripley. But this is where it gets. When I first met them and first started chatting to them, this is a really weird coincidence audience. I've probably mentioned it to you before, but I think it's a while ago, so you'll have forgotten, and some of you won't have heard this. So this chap is from the same South Wales Valley as me, right? That's number one thing. Nothing remarkable about that, is there? I think you would agree. Lots of people come from that valley. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is that he moved from that valley to Redditch in Worcestershire, which is where we moved to from the valley and where I was brought up. So that's Quincy ID audience number two. And they settled in Redditch and brought their son up in Redditch. So that's already quite a connection, isn't it? But then Quincy ID audience number three, they moved from Redditch to Ripley, where the restaurant is, and nearby where I live. So that's a triple coincidence. How many people are there in the world who've done exactly the same, exactly the same journey as me? I mean, it's not exactly the same because I went around the world and lived in other places as well. But, that's three really main things. So they live locally in Ripley now. He's still very Welsh, still has his accent, unlike me, who got it kicked out of him. His wife is English, but none the worse for that. She's lovely. And their son, who is now 28 years old, he still lives in Redditch, about half a mile from the house where I was brought up. But he was up visiting at the moment. He's up visiting at the moment. And they came to the restaurant for a meal, as they always do. They come as a couple, they come with family, and they always come when their son is visiting. They like our restaurant. And why wouldn't they? It's very nice. However, now, keep up. These three coincidences became 4 coincidences. I'm just having a quick flick through your comments while I'm talking. Yeah, so we discovered a 4th coincidence. Now, as you guys know, I've had a love affair going on with the Maltese Islands since my 40th birthday, which was my first visit. I was taken there by the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty. And as you know, for 10 years, I went out there multiple times in the first 5 months of the year. I would normally go out 5 times: Jan, Feb, March, April, May. Initially with the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty, and after that alone, and then sometimes with Fran, and then with Boo. But there you go. Anyway, I discovered tonight that these 3 coincidence people became a 4th coincidence because they've been doing it for longer than me. For 25 years, they've been spending a lot of time in Malta and Gozo. He was stationed there when he was in the armed forces, and they have gone out there constantly for 25 years, often for 6 weeks at a time. So they know the islands every bit as well as me, if not even better. However, listen up. This came up because we were talking about trips that we've got coming up. And I was saying that in January for my birthday, I'm going back to Malta for the first time since before the pandemic. So we started rattling 19 to the dozen. We weren't busy tonight. I had all the time in the world to spend with them. A lot of our customers, we're a fine dining restaurant, but we're not overly formal. And when customers are regulars, they become friends, and we deal with them as friends. I mean, this is a paying customer, right? And we're a fine dining restaurant. When they walked in the door, my first words to them were not "good evening, madam, good evening, sir, how lovely to see you again." No, my first words were, "Oh God, it's you." To which he replied, "I think you mean, oh, it's you, God," which I thought was quite a good riposte, actually. So, we're friendly enough with the customers, some of the customers, that we can take the piss out of each other. And that's a very British thing, isn't it? You know that you're really good friends when you can take the piss. But anyway, so we're chatting away about our favourite places. Turns out we've got the same favourite place. Where'd I go for my birthday lunch? Which St. Patrick's Hotel, Shalendi Bay, Gozo, that's their favourite place as well. And we've got other shared favourite places. However, and now I'm getting to the real nub of the issue, the real point. I've not been out there since before the pandemic. They were out there last year. And they will never, ever, 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 ever go again. And they told me why. And I won't bore you with all of the details, but what I can tell you is that I'm going to check all of this out on the internet and check out pictures, and they're going to bring me their pictures on their next visit. But they're never going again. And I don't think I am either. Because as I said to them, if it's like you say, I've got 10 years of beautiful memories in Malta and Gozo. I don't want them spoiled. I don't want them spoiled. And they said, seriously, check it out. But honestly, don't go. just don't go. It'll make you cry. And I genuinely don't want my memories sullied. And it's especially bad in our favourite place, Lendy Bay. That's what I go to Malta for. I go for that day at Lendy Bay, really. That's what it's all about. It's been ruined. It's been ruined. Favourite places have been knocked down. Apartment blocks have shot up everywhere. They've gone right up high. Everything's overshadowed. There's no this, there's no that. The place is dead. Apparently the islands have had massive Russian invasion, not an invasion as in Ukraine, but the Russians have bought every property going, built a load of property. They're using them as holiday things, and they're just left empty most of the time. And beautiful Gozo has followed in Malta's footsteps. Everywhere there's a building site, and it's just apartments, and everything that you know and love has gone. And I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'm not going to have my memories ruined. I will check it out, but these are people whose love affair for the islands is deeper than my own. And I could see the heartbreak on their face when they were talking about this. And I don't want to go through that. I want my memories of Malta and Gozo to be what they are. I've got the pictures, I've got the memories with various people, with the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty, with Boo, with Fran, with Mary, with Julia. I'm not going to spoil that. I'm not going to spoil that. And that's one thing. That's a disappointment. But of course, that then raised the question, well, I was going there for my birthday. That was going to be my birthday thing next year. What am I going to do instead? And I had an idea. But we'll come to that in a little while. I will catch up with your comments, and we've got a couple of voice notes. Excuse me. Andrew Buttigieg has joined us, the lovely Ivan Boaty Boaty, of course. Danger Mouse. Ba-da. He's amazing. He's fantastic. He's the greatest secret agent in the world. No, they weren't one of the couples applauding the epic Maltese balcony fart. Well, I don't think they were anyway. Oh, good night, Mike P. Emma Lemon says, my friend moved to Gozo and moved back less than a year later. Well, if that was now, I could understand it. 10 years ago, I would never have come back. Simone joins us, the lovely Hooked on Classics. Of course, we all hope you're doing okay, my lovely, and you say you're a little better, and we are delighted to hear that. We are delighted. I'll be completely honest, Boaty, says Sean. I know how it feels when you have good memories of a place that was close to you and you want it to stay that way forever. Sometimes things change for the worse. Well, it certainly sounds like the islands have. Andrew missed the start. There we go. I did not, Richard. How dare you? How dare you? That's disgraceful.
Hiya, Boaty.
Hello.
It's them Hawes draws. You know, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
I know.
It's time to pound that box. Pound it good. Pound it hard. Pound that box.
3, 2, 1. Box. Thank you, Corey. We've got another one. Somewhere. Where's it gone? How do I do it? Here we go.
Hiya, Boaty.
Hello, my lovely.
Thank you and everyone else for
the positive vibes last night.
God, you're so welcome.
It did help.
Oh,
I will
I'm so
admit.
glad.
But yeah, I did a bit of soul searching today, and I have found an avenue of how to get TC fixed. I just need to move him. Anyway, pound that box as if you had ears for fingers and fingers for ears.
Yeah. Thank you, Simone, and absolutely no need to thank us. That's what friends and family are for, and I like to think, and I think all of you would agree with me, that that's what we are. We're friends and we're family, and we're all just delighted that little bit better today, one step at a time, baby steps. And as was said last night, which I thought was lovely, I think it was Matron that said it. Yeah, one step at a time, little steps, and we'll take them with you. So that's brilliant. That's brilliant. And again, to reiterate, never ever be afraid not to be okay on a live stream. It's always okay not to be okay here. God knows I'm supposed to be the host of the bloody thing, and I've not been okay on live streams, haven't I? And you lot have been there and made all the difference. And yeah, let's keep on keeping on and being what we all are, eh? And how lovely that you're all here when I need you, and we're all here when any of us needs any of us or all of us. Yeah, that didn't come out quite the way I intended to do. I'll tell you what, I'll just pound the box, shall I? Oh, I forgot to do 2-ton Ted the Tenting Tin. Right. Sean's box, second pounding. Boss. 2-ton Ted the Tenting Tin. He's getting a double Mr. Tickle. Look at that. 2 Charlies, darlings. Oh, you can't beat a nice pair of Charlies, can you? What? I should Coco. I should rub it up. There we go. 2 Charlies. We'll take our pair of Charlies and we will tuck them into 2-ton Ted the Tenting Tin. There we go. So, unless there's something riveting and amazing in the comments, I would like to crack on and tell you about my birthday thoughts for next year. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a lookity look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a lookity look. Let's have a lookity look. Look. Let's have a lookity look. 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 Let's have a lookity look. Arse. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm in a slightly silly mood. Josh says, hopefully there's still enough good stuff in Malta that it makes your trip worthwhile. Well, I don't think there's going to be, so I'm not going to go, Josh, because Malta had already been ruined, but there was always Gozo. And from everything I've been told tonight, Gozo has gone the same way as Malta, and I don't want to do it. They described to me, we described together the place that we knew and we loved. The place that they described to me tonight, I don't want to go there, and I won't. I wish you weren't so buggeringly far away. I'd give you a hand, says Stu. And I suspect that's not aimed at me, probably Simone. And to think my Uncle Joseph of Gozo was looking forward to meeting up with Boaty. He was going to take him on a tour of his prickly pear plantation. Oh, I've seen my share of prickly pears. Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel, Emma Lemon says, I just Googled, has Gozo changed? And gosh, yes, seems there have been a lot of negative changes. Wow. Boaty, for your birthday, says Jimmy Quinn, go to Jaywick Sands. It's like Malta, but a lot cheaper. God. I did sneeze a lot at the end of last night's live stream. That is perfectly true. Oh, Corey, we will keep everything crossed. We will keep everything crossed, and we will certainly be there. We will certainly be there for you. Okay, so when I was driving home tonight, I was thinking about my birthday and thinking, right, so what do? Llandudno again, the grand replicate last year. I thought, no, it's kind of same, and it done that. Not that I'll go back plenty of times, but not for the big birthday thing. And then I thought, well, what about a couple of nights at Lake Vyrnwy, one of my favourite places in the world, and somewhere I haven't been for a long time. But then I had a thought. Now, my initial feeling was this is going to be hopelessly optimistic. But then I thought it's worth checking out because prices might be different in January than they were in September. And if I could do this, this would mean the world. I'm not going to get excited or anything because it's probably too optimistic, but it's worth looking into. And the thought is this. You all know the one and only thing that's truly on my bucket list, and that is to take my mum on our last road trip together to San Sebastian. I always assumed that I would do it in September, which is when mum and I did it. We did it every year in September. But I suddenly had a thought, what about trying to do that as the birthday thing? Yeah. Ooh. Okay, that's unexpected. I didn't suddenly expect to get a little bit emotional. Yeah, what about trying to do it as a birthday thing? Might be a little bit cheaper. The tolls will be the same price, but the tunnel might be a bit cheaper. The hotels might be a bit cheaper. And I think maybe mum would like to do it on my birthday. I don't know. And it might be a kind of nice thing to do to head. It'd kind of be the same kind of thing as Malta, heading south in the middle of winter, heading to where it's warmer or less snowy or less icy. And it would be a road trip, and I would enjoy the road trip aspect of it a lot more than I would enjoy flying on Ryanair to Malta. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think mum would be okay with it. I think mum would be okay with it. It happened that we always went in September, but there was nothing symbolic about that. We just happened to go in September the first time, and we found it was a nice time of the year. The weather was amazing, but it wasn't too hot. But January could make sense. Okay, you've got shorter days in terms of the driving, so you've got less daylight. But I've got no problem driving in the dark, obviously, and I've certainly got no problem driving on the continent. Okay, it's been a couple of years, admittedly, but I lived on the continent for so long that I'm as comfortable driving on the continent on the right as I am in the UK on the left, and I'm as comfortable driving a left-hand drive vehicle as I am a right-hand drive. But yeah, it would that make it a bit more meaningful? Would mum be okay with it? I think she probably would. And the fact that it's way out of season, it might make it more achievable. I don't know. I would have to check. But normally, hotel prices and things like that, things are cheaper, aren't they, out of season? That might include the Channel Tunnel. Now, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do the exact trip that Mum and I did, because we did it in. Well, I would do the same trip, but we did it in quite a relaxed way. If I was doing it alone, then I would have fewer stops. I would probably do it. I would probably do it as a 4-night, 5-day thing. So I would, because I'll drive all day. I'll drive all day and I'll drive all night. You know that. You know that, guys. So I would probably do it as one stop on the way, have 2 nights at the Monte Gueldo in San Sebastian, and one stop on the way back. It would be hard work if you think that driving is hard work, but that would cheapen it up quite considerably. Now, the 2 nights at the Monte Gueldo, which was our hotel, they would not be cheap. I can tell you that. I can absolutely tell you that. But I think I checked out how much they were in September, because I've been hoping to do this trip literally ever since Mum died, and that's knocking on a decade ago. But I'm sure the hotel would be cheaper in winter because none of the attractions would be open. I presume the hotel will be open. I'd have to check. But I'm sure it would be cheaper because everything surrounding the hotel wouldn't be open, while it being out of season. And it's like in September, if I remember correctly, it was about 300 quid a night, which isn't particularly cheap, is it? But out of season might be a lot cheaper. And at the end of the day, I'm not going on a jolly. I'm not going to do the Montana Suiza roller coaster, the oldest roller coaster in the world. I'm not going to swan about the Pyrenees and do my favorite mountain train in the world, the Petit Train de la Rune. Not doing any of that. This is me and my mum doing our last thing, and it's going to be about me and her and saying goodbye, saying a final goodbye, or is it au revoir? Depends what you believe, I suppose. So yeah, I'd quite like to do it on my birthday. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. Maybe this is the time to try and make it happen. I'll have to look into it to see if it's doable, to see how viable it is. But I'm sure it's going to be cheaper in January than it is in September. Surely it's going to be, surely. And the driving might be a little bit tricky woo in the UK, but once I get to France, I'm sure even in January, I'm sure it's going to be fine. And that's all it's going to be about. Well, I say that's all it's going to be about. It's a massive thing for me. My mum she was like a mother to me. She was my best friend. She was my best friend, and I've missed her every day. Told you before that not a day went past that we didn't speak with each other in some way, whether it was a quick text or phone call or postcard back in the day. And ever since she went, there were two things. There were two things. I've gone into the history of why we did the road trip. Some of you longer termers will know, so you'll know how emotional that is in and of itself. And when she went, I promised her quietly two things: that we'd do what she wanted, she would be sent off in full uniform. She never retired. She was 76 when she went, and she was terribly ill, but she was still working. She was off sick, had been for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, but technically she was still working. She never retired, never wanted to. Work and travel, that was her life. So she had an amazing send off, and she went in full uniform with a full packet of cigarettes, a lighter, and her cigarette holder in her pouch that used to hang around her neck. And I promised her that I'd take her to San Sebastian one last time, because, yeah, she worked and she travelled, and I don't think she would have wanted to be. Well, I'll tell you where she doesn't want to be. She doesn't want to be in the bloody walk-in cupboard, the walk-in cupboard in the guest cupboard. She doesn't want to be there. I can tell you that. But she wouldn't have wanted to be in one place anyway, because she never wanted to be in one place. And I always thought the perfect thing, and I told her quietly on the day that she went and on the day of the funeral, I said, we'll do it one more time, you and me. And so, yeah, that's what it would be about. And I've kind of been at the point more than once where I thought this will never happen. Maybe it could. Maybe it could. It's worth looking into. Oh. So yeah, anyway, that's enough of that. So yeah, that was what happened tonight, darlings. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Done a lot of cleaning in the cottage today. I've been in one of those frames of mind where you think, right, okay. I kind of had a bit of a realization today that since the accident, I've kind of let everything slip. I thought I hadn't. I thought, get back to normal, relatively speaking, get back to work. It's not been back to normal. I've not been making videos. I've kept up the live streams, but I've not been making videos. And quite honestly, if you saw the cottage, I've let everything slip. I've let everything slip. You don't realize sometimes. And I was trying to think about things today, and I was looking around me, and there's so much that I normally would not be okay with, that I normally wouldn't allow. Stuff half done, stuff not done, untidiness, stuff left lying about for days and weeks on end The cottage is not the cottage that I'm used to living in, and it hasn't been since the accident. The channel is not what I'm used to it being, and it hasn't been since the accident. And I've either ignored that or haven't realised. And today I had a little bit of an epiphany, and I thought, come on, son, let's crack on. So I started doing some stuff today. I've had a really productive day, and I feel good for it. There's more to do. There's more to do, but I've hoovered, I've I've washed, I've scrubbed, I've tidied, I've thrown away, I've planned, I've laundered, I've had a proper day of it, and I feel better for it. And having done that bit, I'm now really annoyed. I'm looking around at everything else that needs doing. I mean, I love my front parlour, and it's been a shithole for since July. Honestly, it really has. Just stuff everywhere. The whole place has been a shithole since July, if I'm totally honest with you. Um, I've been kind of getting by. I've not been me, and this place hasn't been Windy Bum, and my mind hasn't been where it should be. And I kind of hadn't realised, or I had realised, or and just thought, fuck it, and it hit me a bit today. So hopefully that's a thing. Hopefully, anyway, it's a good sign that I'm annoyed by the fact that the bits that I haven't done, and there are still quite a few, I'm annoyed by the fact that they've not been done. And I think that's a good sign, because even up to yesterday, I was just ignoring them. So I think that accident did. Maybe I won't know for a while yet the whole effect that that bloody accident had on me. Maybe I won't know. But hopefully we are getting back to somewhere nearer where we should be. I don't know. God, that's all gone in an unexpected direction. I wasn't expecting all of that. I was just going to tell you about the Malta thing and say, hey, I might go and do that road trip that I've been talking about forever, or I might try and do it. And all of that came out. Weird, isn't it?
I just wanted to say that we're all here for you.
Oh.
Thank you for opening up. Sorry I had to mute the live stream, because obviously it's made me cry, but listening to you. But we're all here for you, and we love you.
Oh, bless you. Sorry, I didn't want to upset anybody. Thank you, Corrie. So there you go. It's all positive, really. It's all positive, really, isn't it? I think. Yes, it is. It's all positive. How are we doing time-wise? Right, I better get back to some comments, hadn't I? Somewhere around here, I think. Full-time jobbing tubers always seem a bit desperate. Yes. Yeah. Emma says that would be a nice idea, Boaty, and sends hugs. That's nice. That sounds like a plan, Boaty, says Peter P. Oh, Corrie. Oh, bless you. Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. As Emma says, wishing you the best of luck, and Nigel and everybody else. And yeah, again, totally, we'll do, we'll do it all together. We'll do it all together. Sounds like a great idea, Boaty, says Cairgun One. Oh, news from Stu. This is welcome. Still off work, but on full pay. That's good. Meeting went well, but this is going to take months. Emma goes on to say, it'll be a special memory for you and your mum, and on a special day too, Boaty. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Richard says, Boaty, I'm sure your mother would be delighted. It's an absolutely lovely thing to do. Boaty is the new Alan Wicker, says Nick Perry. Oh, Corrie. Corrie, remind me, where are you? Where are you in the world? Judith Chalmers, bloody hell, as immortalised in Victoria Wood's. Oh, what was it called? The Ballad of Barry and Frida. What most people know is Let's Do It, don't they? But Judith Chalmers got a mention in that. I will start checking out the road trip thing because we need something to plan, look forward to. I'll start looking into it tomorrow and I'll keep you all updated. And, we've got chances. We've got Sean's box. We've got Two Ton Ted, the tenting tin. Maybe a bit of insurance money, although God knows if and when that will ever come, or how much it will be. And as I've said before, the number one priority for the insurance money will be paying off Nettie. And so I don't even know if there's going to be enough to do that. So there might not even be enough to pay off Nettie, let alone anything left over. But we've got, what have we got? Most of October, November, December, 3 months. 3 months. And I'll have to try and figure out exactly how much it's going to cost, or how much it would cost. So, I mean, there's fuel, obviously, a few euro on tolls, probably quite a few euro on tolls, really, because we need to do it quickly because paying tolls is going to be cheaper than an extra night in a hotel, isn't it? Plan where to stop. I'm not bothered about scattering mum at the places we used to stop on the way. That wouldn't worry me. I would do where would I do actually? Thinking about it, I'd put a bit at home, her home, a bit at the last place where she worked, where she was for a lot of years, the place that she ran. A bit around my brother's grave. I don't know exactly where it is, neither did she, but somewhere around, Curdworth. And then San Sebastian. And I think mostly in San Sebastian because it was such a special place for her, for us. If you don't know the full story, I'll tell you some other time when we've got a little bit more time on our hands and I'm less likely to burst into tears. But yeah, I'll look into it and see if it's going to be viable. So yeah, bit of money for tolls, fuel money, obviously, but I'd go in something diesel and economical. Bit of breakdown cover because Obviously old cars. I've got cover to drive overseas, and then it would just be well, a few quid for food, I suppose, but that's normal. We all have to eat, don't we? So that wouldn't really be anything much extra. And then it would be 2 nights in a dirt cheap hotel, one on the way down, one on the way back, and then 2 nights in the nice hotel, um, which would incorporate my birthday. Could be doable. I'll have a look tomorrow. I'll have a look tomorrow and keep you up to date. Uh, oh, I'm sorry, Stu. Yeah, the dust does get in your eyes. The dust gets in your eyes. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Nick. Indeed, matron. Indeed. Oh, gosh. You're all so lovely. I know what you mean, Boaty, says Nigel. You dust the whole house, and 6 months later, it's back again. Yes, it is like that. It is like that. It is like that. I reckon that I might not realize how bad I've been, and that's probably a blessing. Maybe maybe that's the way the mind works. It just helps you to keep afloat. And I think it's a good sign that I'm gradually realizing that I'm not living the way that I always live. I'm telling myself that it's a bloody good sign that I'm looking around me and thinking, come on, sunshine, buck your ideas up. Because my mind wouldn't let me do that if my mind didn't know that I was in a position to cope with it. So, yeah, maybe this is a thing. Maybe this is the thing. I'll get back to it. My home will be something to be proud of again. I'll get back on track with the channel and doing stuff. Um, thank God I kept up the live streams because you guys have kept me sane. But I mean, yeah, I've been going 2 or 3 weeks without putting a video out. That's not me, is it? Not that I need to put a video out. It's a hobby thing, isn't it? But it's indicative that I'm not in a place that I was before the accident. I don't know. I've just got a little feeling somewhere inside that things are starting to fall back into place again, and I'm starting to be more and more the person that I was, and that just means that there's also a realization that I've not been the person that I normally am. And that's, in a weird way, that comes as a bit of a shock because honestly, you don't realize it. You don't realize it. You just accept the norm as the norm. And then suddenly it's like a curtain opens and you realize that, well, that last July, August, September, the last 3 months, you've not been the you that you know. But maybe that's what I needed. And maybe that's the way the mind works. You know, maybe the mind is kinder than we accept that it is. So when your mind knows that your body is all fucked up and you're tired, pardon the language, and you're tired and you're in constant bloody pain, maybe the mind tells you not to worry about a bit of dust and a cobweb here or there. And maybe my mind is now kicking me up my arse and saying, there's fucking cobwebs, there's cobwebs there, you lazy bastard. And I mean, give you an example. I'll give you an example, just one, of how bad things have been. And I've not said anything or done anything, maybe not even noticed. When did I go away the last time? Not in Netty, but when did I last go away to an hotel? I can't remember when it was, but what I can tell you is that my suitcase, up until today, was still in the front parlour on the piano stool, still with all of the clothes and the sandals. And sandals sounds a bit old mannish, doesn't it? My sandals are not old mannish. They're like sporty sandals that I use when I'm walking barefoot across Maltese islands and jumping into the sea indiscriminately. They're not old mannish at all. They're really sporty and young. But yeah, the suitcase had just been there, along with a load of other stuff. And it's not me. My front parlour is immaculate. And now I feel ashamed of myself because I don't draw the curtains in my front parlour. And people in the village have commented, literally, they've got, oh, you've got such a lovely front parlour. And anybody who's been walking past and looking in over the last 3 months has just seen a shit heap. But they won't see it after tomorrow. I can tell you that. Oh, Mark 300ZX, good evening to you and thank you. Thank you for the hugs. Happy birthday to Mum, Emma and Matron. She was never happy. Steve McDonald, a very good evening to you. Oh, just got in from work. My God, you work mad hours like me. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, don't talk about dead flies on the window. I cleaned the little alcove in that corner of the kitchen there. There's a hidden little alcove. It's where I keep and store all of my video equipment. All of the microphones are up there. My gimbals are up there. I've created a little charging station in there. Even my electric razor is in there because I shave. And I'm not joking. It is. Look, I'll show you. The artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty. No, it might not have been her. It might have been somebody bought me this electric razor, I don't know, about 30 years ago. I still use it. Probably do with a new one, but that little alcove up there was an absolute disgrace. I can't tell you how disgusting it was, but it's not anymore. It is spotless. And again, the shame of thinking that the neighbours could have walked past and looked in, and they probably did. Anyway, why are we all shouting tonic? Oh, hello. Time appears to have marched on somewhat unexpectedly. Yeah, I think so too, Diane. Noticing crap in the house is a good sign. Things are getting better. It's just weird, isn't it? Because you don't. You were last in a hotel in August, says matron. Fucking hell. That suitcase has been there quite a while then. Oh, that's bad, isn't it? That's bad. And that's not me. That's not how I live. Not normally, anyway. I I think this accident did more to me than I'm going to realise for a while. I thought I just blitzed through it. I survived. I videoed stuff. I made jokes. Got through the next bit. I think it. Yeah. I think it was. Yeah. I know it was bad. I know the thing itself was bad, and more than anybody else, I'm aware of how much pain I was in the weeks afterwards, and I know how difficult it was, and I know how undignified it was. Um, I mean, imagine you're in a you're in a situation where you've got a new friend in your life, and suddenly you can't use a lavatory, and you're having to wee in the sink, and you can't wash, and your friend is coming for dinner and you can't wash. How do you deal with that? Oh, God. Oh, that was a really difficult month. That was a really difficult month. And I had to get back to work for the sake of money and income. And it was hard. And I don't think I've probably blocked out just how hard it was. I do that. I block out most things. You crack on, don't you? You do whatever you need to do to get your head above water. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it was the Grand. Yes, Emma. That was it. That was what the suitcase was packed for. That's why I had my sea sandals in, because I was going to do a sea dip. Oh, excuse me. Or I was at least wanted to be prepared to do a sea dip. Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel Emma Lemon has had dreams about my front parlour curtains. They're nice, aren't they? And they're really heavy, amazingly good quality. Oh, yeah, you probably should all start saying good night. Apparently, it's that time. Sorry, darlings, tonight's gone off on a bit of a weird and unexpected direction. I genuinely wasn't expecting that. And I'm sorry that I may have monopolized things, but Corey, sending out massive love and strength and support to you. Simone, same goes. Well done on letting a tiny little bit of chink of light in tonight. Even if it's a tiny bit, that's grand. Baby steps, but in the right direction. Sherry, hello, darling. Yes, it is still live and we do miss you. Emma, bless you. Yeah, the walking stick thing. Bloody hell. I did watch a video where you were talking about it, and yeah, it's it's kind of sobering, isn't it? When the realization strikes that things kick in when you get to certain ages, and chickens come home to roost. Decisions that we make, lifestyle choices that we make, suddenly can come and bite us on the arse. Oh, and amazingly, I've caught up with the comments. So instead, I need somebody with a car to drive me around, please, says Emma. Well, simple. Move here. Move here, and I will drive you everywhere. No problem at all. No problem at all. Well, I still can. God. Oh, Black Lines. I didn't even know you were there. Okay, I'm moving on Tuesday next week. Thanks, Boaty. Say that. Right. Plan. I'd better I'd better finish the tidying up before then. Oh dear. Right, darlings, bless you all for bearing with. It's been one of those when I've run off on one. I genuinely didn't intend to. I had no idea this one was going to go there. Genuinely no idea. My friends, the customers came in. We had that chat about Gozo. I had no idea. That sparked off a train of thought. Today was what it was. I genuinely have had that day today. I've just been drifting through the days. If I'm honest, that's what I've been doing. I've been drifting through the days. I know I've got to go to work, and that's been my concentration. And everything between waking up and going to work has just been trying to get myself into a state where I can go to work. The fact that I've done any Mondays and filmed any Mondays, you've got no idea how hard that has been. How my anxiety levels have been, how much I've struggled to do anything that I've done. It's been, I don't want to over dramatize, and people have real troubles in this world, and I don't. I just have silly troubles that oh oh bless you. Thank you very much. Oh, that was Dave. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I really do. Um, so yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah. N- None of this was planned, and I'm sorry if it's been a bit kind of self-centered tonight. I genuinely didn't intend it to be, and I apologize if I've been a bit emotional at times. We'll get back to normal. Of course, we will. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is time. Oh, don't worry about cleaning, Emma. I'll get a lady that does. Um, right. Thank you so much, everybody. As always. Um, let's take all of the positives. Everybody send love to Corrie. She's going through a thing, and same to Simone. Let's all send our strength and love to her. I completely forgot to set up the emotional support duck chat line thing because I just got carried away with cleaning and just being appalled at how much of a slob I've been since July. I'm kind of a bit ashamed of myself, to be honest. But I will get on top of everything. Also, I've just realised that I was supposed to be number swapping with a few people, and I apologise. I didn't get around to that today either. Again, cleaning, realisation, slobbishness, sorting. But I've done all right. Fair play to me. I've done okay. The oh, it's too late to bore you with all of that, isn't it? Okay, let's all sod off. Thank you so much, darlings. Honestly, thank you. Sorry. I really appreciate every single one of you. Sorry. Where's that come from? Let me wish each and every one of you a safe and peaceful night and a good day ahead. May it bring you joy, may it bring you pleasure. At the very least, may it be manageable, whatever it happens to bring. I send my own love and strength to anybody who needs it, and each and every one of the community that each and every one of you are part of does exactly the same. We laugh together, we cry together, and we get annoyed at me together. Something like that. The candle will be relit tomorrow night, Wednesday night live. That's right, isn't it? Tuesday today, Wednesday tomorrow. Yeah, that's how it works. Same time, same place, 11 o'clock, Windy Bum. And I can't wait to see you then. Thank you all again so much. And again, all the love and strength to anybody who needs it. Don't be afraid to use your own contacts, obviously, but there's the Facebook groups, there are chats. Don't be afraid to reach out if you need to. And yeah, can't wait to see you tomorrow night. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me. And on that note, Pachoo! Dramatic pause. And indeed, have another dramatic pause. Oh, that's enough of that. Bosh! Night, darlings. Thank you.